Good afternoon, Black and Married with Kids. I am so excited to be with you guys for another amazing Monday takeover right here on Black and Married with Kids Facebook page. So as you guys are chiming in, while I'm waiting on you guys, I want to first thank always Lamar and Ronnie for having me on here to talk to you guys here at Black and Married with Kids on amazing topics that we always cover every single Monday. If this is your first time tuning in with me, while you're coming in, I want you to comment below your city and your state. Tell me where you're from as I tell you a little bit about myself, especially if this is your first time being with me today. All right, so my name is Ariel Fuller. I am the co-owner of Dunamis Women Enterprise, where we guide women of faith on how to heal within their soul, transform their life and relationships, and ignite their power through prayer. All right, and so today I have a topic that's going to incorporate prayer and relationships, and I think a lot of you guys are going to get some great nuggets out of this. So hi Kiwana, hi Priska, how are you? As you're coming in, comment below your city and your state and tell me where you're from. As you always know, we have fun on Black and Married with Kids, all right? I answer you all's questions. I look at you guys' comments. Do not be afraid to engage with me. Hi, Crystal from Louisiana. How are you? So we are always going to be able to get to know each other while we're on here, okay? I will have time afterwards for some Q&A. Hey, Christy from Atlanta, Georgia. How are you? Hi, Sharina from Richmond, Virginia. So as you're coming in, you're telling me your city and your state, because we are going to dive right into this topic. I also want you to let me know if you are single, if you're married, if you're divorced, dating. Let me know where you are right now in your life. Hi, Larry King. I love that King, emoji that you put down there, right? Because it's so important as women and men, all right? This is not just for women today, but it's so important to learn how to pray for a struggling relationship. Oftentimes, relationships are going to have struggles. Hi, Fred from Longview, Texas. But what ignites us sometimes to get through these struggles is prayer. And so I want you all to get some nuggets today on how to pray for a struggling relationship, because it's so important. And even if your relationship is not going through any struggles, I promise you, you're going to get some major nuggets today. So before I get started, and let me know if you guys are ready, here's what I want you to do. I want you to share this on your page right now, because I guarantee you there's someone else that needs this message. There's someone else that needs to know how to endure through prayer as it relates to their relationship. So I want you to share this right now, because you don't know who it's going to touch. You don't know who it's going to bless, but all you got to do is you got to be obedient, all right? So hi, Margaret. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Felton. If you guys are ready, Marlene, hoping to date soon. And if you don't know me, all right, some of you guys, this may be your first time getting to know me. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. Priska, please eat and watch this at the same time, okay? Can you do that? I am single. I have never been married, and I do not have any children, okay? And so what I'm going to teach you today, what I'm going to break down to you is how we guide women that connect with us at Dunamis Women, who oftentimes want to grow in their prayer life, and not only just for their relationship, but they want to learn how to pray for their husbands. They want to know how to pray for their children. And what we do, my mother and I, we guide them on how to do this, men and women, all right, not just women. So if you guys are ready, I'm going to say comment below ready, and I'm going to give you the nuggets of what you all need to learn today, okay? So the first thing is, I want you all to answer this question for me, okay? Finish this sentence and comment below. Struggles come to make you what? I want you to comment below what you think it is. Struggles come to make you what? I'm going to wait for you guys to comment that below. Fill in that blank. Struggles come in your life to make you what? What does it come to do? For you, finish that sentence. I want to see what you guys are going to do today. All right, Margaret, you said stronger. Let me see what else people say. All right, I want to see where you guys are right now. Priska, you said stronger. Let's see what everybody's better. All right, Leisha, you said better. Struggles come to make you better. Struggles come to make you stronger. For you guys that are watching on Instagram as well, struggles come to make you what? Stronger, all right? So I think a lot of us are probably going to comment stronger. Struggles come to make you developed. All right, Marsha. Fred, you said stronger. Better, Regina. All right, so we have stronger, we have better, we have developed. Does anyone have anything different? All right, struggles come to make you what? What do struggles come in your life to make you do what? They make you stronger, help you grow. All right, Michelle, I like that comment. Help you grow. To be a better husband. Yes, Larry, that's good. To be better. All right, so I see stronger. I see a better thinker. There's a couple things that I see to make you wiser. But here's what I want you all to comment below. Jay, you said to make you more conscious. Yes, I like faithful. I see some people putting faithful here on Instagram with me. To see a different view, to teach you about yourself. Yes, Felicia, to make you wiser. So here's the thing. I want you guys to comment this down below, because in order to know how to pray for a struggling relationship, you have to know that struggles come in your life. Struggles come in your relationship to make you, comment this down below, submit. SUBMIT. Struggles come to make you submit. I know you all said stronger. I know you said learn lessons. I know you said to make you wiser. But in order to do that, you have to first submit. All right? Yes, Priska, comment that down below. Submit. Struggles come in your life to make you submit. Oftentimes we get taught that struggles come to make us stronger, but truly if you submit, then you are submitting to the will of God so that you can gain strength in Him. Because if you often think that struggles only come to make you stronger, then you're growing in your own strength. Sometimes people think this, but when you learn how to submit, everything that you all have said can add value to your submission process, all right? And oftentimes what we like to do is we don't like to submit. When we go through struggles in life, when we face life challenges, when we go through struggles in our relationship, we like to buck up, especially women, and get on our strength, and we like to be able to fight this battle by ourselves. But what comes to happen is that God is sending these struggles in our life so that we can submit to something greater. All right. So the first thing, when you want to know how to pray for a struggle in relationships, the first thing that you have to do is you have to submit. You have to submit to know that you do not know all the answers, that you cannot fix this by yourself, that you are not the ultimate person in your relationship that can save everybody around and even your family, but you got to submit to something greater than you. All right. If you guys are with me, say I'm with you. Because oftentimes we like to get strong in our own ways, and we all have masculinity, we all have femininity, but we need to learn how to submit and trust that one, here's a nugget. If you guys are in a relationship, and some of you all said that you're single, and I'm single too, no matter who is positioned in your life that God brings in your life, let me tell you a key nugget, all right? You did not seek out or have the authority to bring that person in your life. I know you thought that you were cute. I know that you thought that you were handsome. I know that you thought that you connected and did all this by yourself. But let me tell you something. Any person that you're in a relationship with, you're not that powerful. That person was sent to you by God. And so when struggles come within your relationship, you got to submit to the one who even trusted you with that man or woman, because you did not have that in your own power to be able to bring that person to your own life. All right. So you have to submit to something greater. And this is the first thing that we have to do. All right. So submit. Now, when you submit and you learn how to enter into a place of prayer, which we're going to talk about, when you submit, and some of you all comment that down below, through your submission, you're going to, allow yourself to gain an understanding. Okay, comment that below. Understanding. Because struggles are coming and you're getting frustrated because you don't understand. You are lacking an understanding as to why this struggle is coming in your life at this very moment. And so when you submit, you're saying, I need to get an understanding. I need to be able to grow from this. All right. The second thing, when you learn how to submit, especially into your prayer, you're going to be able to communicate freely. Because oftentimes when struggles are coming up into your relationship, there's more than likely a communication issue. I don't have to be married to know this. I was a major in communication in college, all right? With people, with relationships, with our children, communication is the number one thing as to why we cannot fix the struggles within our life. And so when you enter into a place of prayer, you're allowing yourself, you're submitting yourself to communicate freely everything that is going on within you. Because you're communicating all of that through prayer, which I'm going to get to Christ. So that means that there is nothing you have to hold back. He already knows your frustration. He already knows the things that you're irritated about. He already knows what's going on behind the scenes that you can't see. So you have every right to come to God freely in your communication and not feeling any backlash, not having any arguments, not thinking you're crazy. You need to just freely communicate that to Christ, all right? So when you submit, you're saying, God, I'm submitting to you so that I can communicate everything that's going on in my heart, and that there's not going to be any condemnation, because he knows how you're feeling. He knows what this struggle is doing to you. All right. So when you submit to God, you gain an understanding and you learn, and you're going to communicate freely. But the third thing that you're going to do when you submit, when you enter into this place of prayer, which I'm going to get to, you are going to, one, build your faith silently. All right? What happens when struggles come into our life is that it limits and it takes away our faith in our relationship. And you got to keep your faith. But the key word is you're doing it silently. Because oftentimes when we face struggles, ladies, all right, I don't know about men. Men probably do this too. But ladies, when we face struggles, what we start to do is run and tell that. And we start talking to everybody about our struggles. And now our situations are all out into the streets. And so what you need to do in this state, in this time, when you have a relationship, is you need to build your faith up silently, because the issue that you are facing, the struggle that you are facing, not everybody needs to know that, and not everybody can understand that. All right? And so this struggle is coming to build you up so that you can submit and learn, get an understanding as to why this is coming in your camp, why this is coming in your house, why this is coming in your relationship. And you got to build your faith up silently. You can't build up your faith talking to other people who don't understand what you're talking about. You can't build up your faith by someone telling you your opinions. Oh, girl, go ahead and divorce him. You know what? You could probably find another man. It's all right, girl. You single anyway, so go ahead and go date somebody else. No, this struggle, God has something in this struggle for you on the other end. And the more that you run away from it, you're not going to be able to build up your faith the way that you need to build up your faith. So you need to learn how to build up your faith silently and not let what everybody else says get in the way, because a lot of you all don't endure the struggles because you don't want to have the growth. But some of you all said that you want to get wiser, that you want to gain an understanding, that you want to develop, and you can't develop when things are easy. You develop when things are struggling. You develop when you face some trials and some situations, all right? And so if you're with me, I hope that you guys are still with me. So the first thing is struggles come to make you submit. And I told you all what the benefits are going to come after you submit, all right? The second thing is, in order to pray for a struggling relationship, one, you have to submit. Two, you have to connect with a servant source. What do I mean by this? You cannot do this alone. You cannot fight this struggle alone, but you can't fight it with everybody. You have to connect yourself with a source, with a servant leader who is going to labor with you and give you strategies on what it is that you need to do when it comes to this struggle. God is going to send people in your life that you are going to connect with, that when I say servant, this is what I mean. Not someone that's going to get frustrated. Not someone that's going to be like, girl, stop talking to me about this issue. Or husband, don't talk to me about this girl anymore. Someone who is servant unto God and knows what this struggle, how it's going to develop you. So when you connect to a servant source, they are the source to give you strategies, but they are also servants unto God to know how to labor with you, to give you the strategies that you need to get you through this struggle, to get you through this process. And this is what we do at Dunamis Women. And so many women connect with us because, as my mother, being a servant leader, this is what we do all day, every day, is teaching women how, and men, how to go through these struggles. And because we have said yes to our calling, we have said yes to what we do, we serve in a state of obedience, and we serve in excellence, and we serve with strategies, and we serve with skills, and we serve knowing that you are going to get through this struggle. So the things that we give you, we are that source. We are here to guide you. God is your spiritual source, but you also need that natural source, all right? And if you don't have that source in your life, know that you need to connect with one. You can't fight this struggle by yourself. You can't fight it with everybody, but you can't fight it alone, all right? So say, I need a source, okay? God is, yes, your ultimate source, but you also need a natural source, all right? Yes, someone cut out for the task. I saw someone comment that. Someone cut out for the task, all right? So you can't pray alone. Now, this may be a source like a counselor, but this may also be a spiritual mother, all right? Someone who can see things differently, or a spiritual father, depending on where you are, where your beliefs are. And it may not be a pastor, all right? Just be open to this. I know some of you all have seen, I'm going on a little tangent, the movie War Room, right? And I don't know if you've seen the movie War Room, but if you have, say yes. But Elizabeth, when she connected with Miss Clara, that was her source. That was a person from a spiritual mother and standpoint that was giving her the strategies. And Miss Clara wasn't in the church home. Miss Clara was just trying to sell her home. Okay. So she got that source was sent in her life because Elizabeth was facing a struggle in her marriage, and she needed a source that was going to guide her and give her those strategies. So I hope you guys are with me. If you've never seen War Room, it's a great movie that you all need to see and be able to take advantage. All right. So before I give you guys this third tip, and I want you to stay with me because I have an amazing gift for you at the end of this. Once again, if you're just now chiming in, we're talking about how to pray for a struggling relationship. I also want to thank Lamar and Ronnie for having me on here on Black and Married with Kids to be able to pour into you guys, and I hope that you're enjoying it thus far. Once again, my name is Ariel. I am the co-owner of Dunamis Women Enterprise, where we guide women of faith on how to heal within their soul, transform their life relationships, and ignite their power through prayer. Okay, so everything I'm teaching you right now, we do it on a daily basis. All right, so the third thing is, y'all said in the beginning, struggles come to make you stronger. And that's true. But when you submit and when you connect to a source, what's going to happen in your third thing is that you are going to get strength, and you're going to gain strength, not in your own flesh, but in your spirit realm. You are going to gain strength on how to continue to fight this fight, how to endure this struggle. And so when you pray, every time you pray, that is your refueling, that is your fire that's going to give you the strength of God. Not your own strength, but the strength of God. Because you're going to need that to be able to endure this struggle. And what you're going to learn how to do is when you pray and you get your strength, here's a strategy, all right? If some of you all are praying for the struggles in your relationship and you see things that are not going the way that you thought, when you pray, I don't want you to pray for the things that you see. I want you to pray for the things that you don't see. Oftentimes we see things and we pray, well, God, can you just fix his anger because I see it? God, can you just, let this mistress move out the way because I see her? God, can you, help us in our finances because I see the issues of the finances? I don't want you to pray for the things that you see. I want you to pray for the things that you don't see. What does that mean? When you go into a place of prayer, you need to start learning how to pray for the things that are going to come up into your relationship, that are going to come and attack you, that you don't even see, that you don't even know. So for example, you may have, I'm using infidelity, all right? If there's a struggle in your relationship as it relates to cheating or infidelity, you maybe see that there is cheating going on in your relationship. But what you don't see is you don't see your children. If you have children, you don't see your son growing up having resentment, I'm just using this as an example, for his father or mother for cheating at 28 years old. Because your son right now may be 12, okay? So what you don't see is you don't see the resentment that the son may have for his parents at a later age in this life. So instead of going into prayer for what you see, you need to start praying on behalf of your son as he gets older so that he doesn't have a hard heart on behalf of, I'm just using, let's just say the husband cheated, right? On behalf of the husband. So you're going to pray and you're going to say, God, I want you to cover my son in his mind. I want you to keep him uplifting his father right now. I want you to make sure that he sees his father in a positive light. I want to annihilate everything that's going to come and destroy this father and son relationship, because if my father is not in the home, then my son is going to feel like he's abandoned. So I want to come up against everything that's going to hinder this father and son relationship. Forget about the mistress. You got to start seeing things that you don't see. You got to start praying for things that are going to come up that are not even in the midst right now. Because when you really want to pray for struggles, when you really want to break some things, you can't start praying off of the things that you see. Because what you see is getting you in your feelings. But what's going to ignite your faith is the things that you don't see. And oftentimes what happens is we start getting in our feelings by, oh, look at this girl. No, if there's a mistress, don't pray, oh, God, I hope that he doesn't fall into and go and marry this other mistress. No, those things you see. You need to start praying and say, God, I want you to cover his body. I want you to protect his heart. I want you to cover his mind. I want to come up against every witch that's going to try to use my husband, not for who he truly is, but use him for what she wants. Come up with the things that you don't see. You don't know what's going on in that woman's heart. You don't know what's going on in that other woman's emotions, but you could imagine. You can imagine the attacks, and you can imagine the things that your husband is going to walk into if he goes and continues to go into that relationship. So start praying for the things that you don't see. okay? Now, here's the thing. This is easier said than done. And what I want you all to do who have stayed for the rest of this live, and you have stayed all the way to the end, I hope you enjoyed it, all right? If you enjoyed it, say you enjoyed it. I want you to join my mother and I this Thursday, all right, for a free webinar at 7 o'clock p.m. It is entitled How to Pray, How to Produce, and How to Prosper. And what we are going to do is we are going to give you the tools that you need to learn how to pray, produce, and prosper when you're facing the difficulties in your life. Because oftentimes, you all, we get defeated by these struggles and we don't know how to fight. And if you want to connect to a source, if you want to learn how to implement some strategies, if you want to know how to increase your prayer life, if you want to know how to endure these struggles and ignite your faith through prayer, then you need to sign up for this webinar. And I want you to go to this link. I want you to go to bit.ly/free prayer webinar, all lowercase, bit.ly. Someone type that in for me. Free prayer webinar, all right? And I want you to go there and I want you to sign up. All you gotta do is put in your name and your email and sign up and join us this Thursday as we're gonna teach you the strategies that you need to increase your prayer life. If you thought that this was good tonight, let me tell you, this webinar this Thursday is going to be on fire, okay? So if you are single, if you are married, yes, Kim, that's it. If you're single, if you're married, if you're dating, this is for everyone, all right? Because these struggles are going to cause you to submit so that you can gain an understanding, that you can be wiser, but most importantly, that you can transform your relationship through the power of God and through prayer, all right? So I want you to go to that link. I want you to sign up because there's a time coming, you all, where we got to know that our prayers can produce the miraculous wonders that we seek for God for, right? These prayers that you are going to learn how to pray, that you're going to learn the strategies on what to say when you pray, are going to make sure that your relationship prospers, not just you from a financial standpoint, but that your family prospers, that your children prosper, that cycles are going to be broken off of your life when you connect with the right source. And this is why it's so important for you all to be on that webinar, because there's going to be some major things. And we have a woman that we're going to share her story of how her relationship and her marriage completely transformed as she connected with my mother as a source to guide her and give her strategies, all right? Any options for those unable to take part in the webinar? I don't know why you can't be able to take part in the webinar, because you could just sign up. But if you have options, if you can't take part in the webinar, what you can do, last week when I was on here, I did give you the link to get our free prayer book. So if you do want to get our free prayer book and have it shipped to you, you can go to bit.ly /my free prayer book, all right? And you can go there and you get your free prayer book if you don't want to join the webinar. But I think the webinar is going to be very good for you all. All right, I'm going to answer some questions while I have 5 minutes left. Wendy, you said, I've been single since 2013 and I would like to be in a relationship with someone who has God first, and the other things that God has in him will fall in line. Wendy, I love the desire for your heart and wanting to be in a relationship with someone who has God first. This is, I think, what most women really truly desire. And let me encourage you something. I definitely believe that God is going to meet the desires of your heart and what you see. However, let me tell you something, all right? The man that you are believing God for, this is a quick nugget, all right? Do not think that he is just out there not facing any type of attacks right now. When you learn how to go through your process and build your life up in prayer, some of my single ladies watching this, you are going to have to learn how to pray for your husband now, that you are going to come up against everything that is going to keep him from being in the presence of God. Because a lot of times as women, we wait on that man to come. But the truth is that man is facing some serious things in this earth, that there's a lot of witches. There's a lot of women that want to use, witches, I would say, that want to use him for their gain. So don't just wait for him. Don't just ask God for him, but you better start speaking up against everything that's coming up against him right now. And this is why being on that webinar is so important, all right? This is your first time tuning in. I am Central Standard Time zone, all right? I am in Chicago, Illinois, so the webinar is at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's going to be on Thursday, all right? On April 11th, Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, any other questions? I have like 4 minutes if you guys want to ask some questions about the webinar. I hope you guys love this. I love coming on here with Black and Married with Kids and giving you guys these nuggets. I know I'm all excited, but it's so important, you all, that we get this, all right? That we really, really tap into how to pray, produce, and prosper, and learn how to pray through the struggles in our relationships and be able to fight and overcome these situations, all right? Because it's going to come so you can submit. And when you submit, you grow. All right, if there's no other questions, I am going to exit out so someone else can come in. Thank you guys so much for being with me. I love you all. I cannot wait to see you all on that webinar on the other end. Good, Kim. I'm so glad that you were blessed, even though you came in late. Oh, Wendy, you're in Park Forest. Okay, so you're right down the street, huh? Yes. I'm right here in Chicago. I was raised in the suburbs, so we're right next door neighbors. I hope you guys are blessed by this. Please share this if you were. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad you love this. Sign up for the webinar. Go to bit.ly/free prayer webinar. And if you want the book and you can't join the webinar, definitely go to my free prayer book. I think Michelle and some other people comment that down below for the links for me, but I'll come down and comment with you guys, and thank you again. So share this, and once again, thank you, Lamar and Ronnie, for having me on here at Black and Married with Kids. And you could always connect with us on our Dunamis Women page or go to my Ariel Fuller page as well. All right, see you guys, and you'll see my mother tomorrow right here. All right, bye.